Disclaimer, Ronnie Lott. Before you process what you're about to hear, hopefully, because someone pays it forward to you, keep in mind that I have two global worthy miracle discoveries. Straight up. Stevia, that bottle on the right, get one at Trader Joe's. It's a stronger stimulant than cocaine, yet lots of it cures. Fat, cancer, diabetes. Tell you what, that's stevia, that's white lightning. That's the Jaja from Emperor's herbologist. Yeah. Anyhow, it approximates methamphetamine, dog, but lots of it cures cancer, fat, incinerates it from the human body in blazing speed. So, with that said, oh, yeah, and the violin, Ronnie Lott. If you're a brother that doesn't eat pussy, because Cedric Figaro at Notre Dame told me that he and most brothers didn't, the violin is an oral stimulation technique. You pretend that here, let me get it. The G spot is the yin and the yang, and you press on both dots. You know, inside fingers up to the bottom of the G spot. Top fingers now pressing on the belly, touching the inside fingers, finding that spot, violining. Clitoral stimulation, 1 to 2 orgasms per minute for even hours has been played. And fact, not fiction. My Ronnie Lott story. Okay, I throw this in hoping at the Ronnie Lott Savagery Story Hall of Fame. Dog, you cutting your finger off to get a big paycheck. Fuck it, little finger. You can spend that money long time, right? Anyhow, fighting Carter Williams. That's the opening 5 seconds. I'm about to land a right hand on his chin that wobbles his knees and sends off alarm bells. So he kicks me in the nuts. And yeah, methamphetamine, it delays the reaction. But anyhow, about 180 miles an hour, I still feel it. Okay, no shit. Anyhow, at 6:45 of the first round, they stopped the fight because Carter's elbow has severed my upper lip. I mean, I'm hanging like the Elephant Man. Okay, and 3 days later, when I decide to go to a doctor to do something about it because I don't have insurance, the doctor says nothing I can do, and I'm like, holy fuck. Why? It started to heal, right? Had to go to a plastic surgeon. And so what I did, Ronnie Lott, I went down to Home Depot. I got a Dremel carving tool and spent some time in the mirror abrading that wound, making a fresh one, you know, not taking a lot of mass off. And it looked like roadkill in the mirror. And doctors to this day say that if I had to go on the run, that I could be a plastic surgeon. So with that said, yes, I dreamed as a little boy of playing for the Trojans. I had a Tommy Trojan piggy bank, flat out. I had Charlie White and O.J. Simpson on my wall. And O.J., I still would. Okay, I think he got set up for the Nicole thing. Anyhow, fact, not fiction. Lynn Swann being a part of the fucking Pittsburgh Steelers made me not hate and detest him and them like when they beat the Raiders and shit. Okay? And fact, not fiction, if it's not for an incompetent fool of a coach, I'm a Trojan making that play. Ronnie Lott, okay? Straight up. If not for Russ Purnell, I'm at USC, okay? Straight up. All I had to do was get me a job, dog. 6 weeks into the summer, no job. Can't find Russ. No one knows what is going the fuck on. And I'm like, fuck this, man. This is how they treat their people and shit. So it led to, you know, Russ getting fired. And guess what? I get fired for making this play, Ronnie Lott. And in another video, I asked Jack Del Rio, okay? Jack, would you order me to stay home and look for a sweep? Or like the original call, okay? It was a passive blitz. Just make sure they don't go to the outside and then crash, all right? And then the last second, this call comes in, ordering me to stay home and look for a sweep. Well, guess what? Holtz got pissed that I didn't, and he fired me as soon as I hit the sideline, Jack. Straight up. So, with that said, instead of being a Trojan, never wanted to be one. Wait a minute. Reverse that like Willy Wonka. Never wanted to wear one always wanted to be one. Jack Del Rio. Oh, to this day, if USC is playing, I watch. And if they're not, I don't watch college. Okay? Same thing with the Raiders and the pros. And, I get fired for this play, Jack. And it's a decision, man. Do I walk on to the Raiders? Fuck college. Fuck everything. And run into another asshole coach and potentially have him killed? Or do I go boxing? And so immediately after I get fired, I choose boxing. If I'm at USC, I'm probably on the cover of Sports Illustrated, don't you think? So now that I've discovered a cure, and you guys should listen to what Diego Sanchez has to say about what stevia does. This is a new discovery, gentlemen, okay? And you're probably aware of how fucking stupid humans are. Fact, stevia gets everything toxic out of water. It gets the fluoride that's numbing people even stupider than they are out of water too. Excuse me, should stop smoking. Anyhow, yeah, fact, Russ Purnell, you should call and talk to my mom like you once did, but only now, and ask her, Miss Quinn, did the stuff on the bottom called pure H2O bring Peachy back from being better off dead? Yeah, brought her into perfect health, no longer sneezing blood bubbles, about to be put to sleep at the vet, but going outside at night and exploring like a young cat. Had to nail the kitty door shut now. Oh yeah, fuck that. Get stomped out by a drunk and she's my Mona Lisa. Fuck that shit. Anyhow, yeah, what you guys should do is listen to Diego and realize that what Russ Purnell prevented from stepping on a field at USC, Jack Del Rio, no offense, dog, I paid close attention to you, okay? I was more than ready to take the keys, okay, once you left for the NFL. And what I'm saying is that fucking Russ Purnell, if he signs me, I'm the best linebacker that's ever played the game at USC if I don't get hurt, okay? That closing speed that it takes to make that play, all right? How about catching Alexander Hamilton from behind my sophomore year in high school, okay? A black speedy guy, thought he was gone for a touchdown, all right? Ask Russ Purnell about the Steve Taylor play, Jack Del Rio. Straight up, Steve Taylor on his way to Lincoln, Nebraska from Lincoln, San Diego, Jack Del Rio. Right, that speedy guy that's outrun many. Gone. White boys don't catch him, right? Well, I smashed him in the mouth on a blitz. He was on a quarterback sneak. I chose right. The collision, I guess they heard it across in the fucking houses, okay? They talked about it for at least 10 years after I was gone. And when he hit the sidelines, because he didn't fall down, Jack, I beat him there, okay? I was like a cruise fucking missile, all right? And he stopped, and I went past, and then, I go to Notre Dame and make this fucking play and shit, and I get fired for it, even though in man-to-man coverage, I shut Allen Pinkett down, and he played for 8 years with the Vikings? And straight up, when I get fired for this play, Jack Del Rio, I quit football on the spot. It was time to choose boxing, man. Okay? I would have had coaches killed, Jack. Seriously. I'm friends with Mark Brandon. He's in a federal pen. He looks he's better looking than Mel Gibson. Better looking than you were, Russ Purnell. And they made a movie about him, Tequila Sunrise. And, Jerry Sandusky isn't the only coach that deserves to be murdered. Flat out. And you don't deserve death, Russ Purnell. Flat out. Okay? What you deserve is to drink stevia, lemonade all day, coffee, iced tea, whatever. Go lean and ripped. Pave the way for others in the NFL to see what stevia does, because your fuck up kept me from being a Trojan. And otherwise, I would have been in the NFL. And so, because NFL guys are like fucking gods and shit, you know what? Mere mortals would wake up to the fact that, you know what? I have 2 cures and shit. Well, yeah, a cure for fucking cocaine and the cure for cancer and fat. So is that 3? And Russ, seriously, you were I mean, I'm straight, dog. Evidence discovering the violin. Okay, yeah. I don't think. Well, maybe bi guys do eat pussy. You know what? I would never suck cock. But you were very handsome. I bet you got lots of females in the past. In fact, not fiction. You look like shit, and stevia would vanish that. So, with that said, I'm gonna be rich with or without you. I should have been famous a long time ago at USC playing football. In a way, thank God that didn't happen. And if you don't help me get this famous, what I'm going to do is use the profit from that shit right there on the bottom to financially and legally attack you. And, you know, I don't think Indianapolis Colts fans would really give a fuck. And, you know, USC fans that were maybe stoned and thinking about it, seriously, okay? Can you imagine the impact that I would have had on that team if I was a Trojan? Straight up, almost the same, more so at Notre Dame. Cedric Figueroa, rush in. Dan Quinn, drop in. Martin Lippincott, nose tackle. That's the best defense that ever has stepped on the field, much less at Notre Dame, much less anywhere. But, Jack Del Rio, guess what? Marty Lippincott was benched, and I was sitting in the stands, and Lou Holtz kicked LT out of his true position and put him at drop-in to make room for Frank Stamps, who is either fucking with me on YouTube and Facebook or isn't. But if he doesn't take control of his troll, he's going to fall into the same boat as you, Russ Purnell, and I will use money to attack him and ruin the quality of his life. So he either makes an attempt on me, like his troll said, or commits suicide. Same fucking difference.